So there's a quote I was reintroduced to last week by Napoleon Hill. And it's every setback, every failure, or every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or a greater benefit. And it got me thinking, around the time of 2015 when I left the Ministry of Defence Police, I was struggling with my identity. I didn't know who I was, struggling with what I was going to do for the rest of my life. And when I look back, like Steve Jobs says, you can only connect the dots backwards, you can't connect the dots moving forward. The stuff that I was reading, the influences that I was putting in my body, my palate, as Jeff Thompson would talk about, I can see now that I was put on a path. And that path led me to where I am today. We talk a lot about consistency and keep showing up. And that works with your palate, what you put in your body. One day doesn't break a diet, one day doesn't make a diet. It's got to be consistent, stuff that you can carry on for the rest of your life. Sustainability. And that's the same with wanting to achieve anything good, to achieve your goals. Incremental gains, that's what we're all about. Improving on yesterday, every day. That seed, turning up consistently, writing the emails. If you're writing a book, that's writing a certain number of words a day. That's sitting down and studying. That's getting a morning routine. A lot of things are made out about morning routines. And they've become a little bit of a cliche now, but it's a cliche because it's true. The amount of successful people who have a morning routine to win the day. And it's not just about winning the day. What they don't talk about is creating enough energy from that morning routine to thrive for the rest of the day. So waking up and not straight off the bat comparing yourself to other people, not waking up and watching the news, not waking up and diving straight for your phone. It's getting your body and your mind primed, ready to attack the day and achieve your goals and make progress. Knowing that life is going to happen. The Stoics were really good at getting you to understand that obstacles will be put in the way. Things are going to happen in life, but it's not what happens, it's how you react to it. And if your body and your mind are primed from the routine that you have the first time you wake up in the morning, that's going to set you up and give you enough energy to get through the day. Because let's not get it twisted. You have so many units of energy to use a day. How many of them are getting used up in unnecessary comparison, in rants on social media? How many are used up from drama that you don't need to be involved in? From giving your opinion on something that, let's be quite frank, doesn't actually fucking concern you? How much more energy would you have to give to maybe starting that new business? How much more energy would you have to give to play with your kids when you get home? Give your wife or your partner that attention when you go home from work? And that quote got me thinking. I started to get into a little bit of a rut about where I want to be and why I'm not already there. But something I've been working on quite a bit is only measuring backwards. So not looking at where you want to be and being frustrated that you're not there yet. Measuring backwards and look where you started. Look where I started them years ago after leaving the MOD police feeling lost, and look where I am now. It's going to be different for everyone. We all have perceived definitions of what a success is to us. You might define success by money and material possessions. You might define success by how many holidays you can go on a year. You might define success by what car you drive. You might define success by having 2 grown-up kids who have just left home and gone to college. You may define success by being married for 25 years. There's a lot of things that we can take from that quote. You think of the times of adversity that you've had in your life, setbacks and failures. You may not have realised it then, but it's got the seed. That's the seed that carries with it an equivalent or a greater benefit. You think of how many times you've heard people talk about suffering and you need to suffer in life. I don't know if I agree with that totally, but we learn more from our hardships and our failures than we do a lot of time from successes. So every failure, setback and adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or a greater benefit. Napoleon Hill. Think about that quote for a little bit today. When life gets in the way, when adversity happens, as it will, what's the seed that can come of it? What's the greater benefit?